I have a physical disability similar to cerebral palsy, which necessitates the use of an electric scooter and limits my hand dexterity and my speech. In 2009, I graduated top of my class from Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas. When I entered the corporate world, I found myself struggling to keep up with notes from project meetings, trainings, conversations with colleagues and managers, a skill that seemed elementary to many of my colleagues. Some days, it is a struggle just to hold a fork, much less hold a pencil and notepad while capturing important work-related details. I knew in order to stay competitive with my peers, I needed to find a method of taking legible notes electronically. Then, one day my manager suggested I try a tablet. Almost instantly my productivity increased, as I now had the ability to jot down my manager's instructions and other work-related details. Even after I left the firm to pursue advanced degrees in public policy and social work, my iPad continued to be the best assistive technology device for me personally. My hope has always been that others who have disabilities would be able to find their best tool. In 2015, the Google Impact Challenge focused on making the world more accessible for the 1 billion people living with disabilities worldwide. With this first-of-its-kind investment, Google.org pledged $20 million in grants to 29 nonprofits using technology to take on a wide range of accessibility challenges. The grantees include organizations supporting individuals with physical disabilities like me and those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The ARC was honored to receive a $1.4 million grant that will support an online search, recommendation, and coaching platform that will help people with cognitive disabilities find and adopt technology to live fuller lives. With Google.org's support, the ARC is expanding the features and services around its Tech Toolbox, a place to find, share, rate and review technology for people with I/DD. The Tech Toolbox was created through a national partnership with the Comcast Foundation. The ARC was able to launch a beta version of the platform in 2015 and looks forward to expanding it with Google.org's support. I am grateful to Google.org for their investment to help organizations like the ARC make the world more accessible.
Please join me in congratulating Google.org and welcoming next program to the stage to accept the award.
Excuse me, good evening, and thank you, Taylor, so much. Thank you, everybody, for having us and for this wonderful honor. For me and my colleagues at Google.org and for the many, many Googlers, which is what we call Google employees, who consider themselves a part of this community we have assembled here, either as advocates themselves, family members, or people with disabilities. Being involved in the Google Impact Challenge for Disabilities was a real privilege, and we were very proud to do it. And so to be recognized by an organization as respected and vibrant as the ARC is really special to us. So thank you so much. It probably won't surprise you to know that at Google we believe deeply that technology has the power to change people's lives for the better. You probably also won't be surprised to know that we believe that innovation is really the tool to unlock that potential in technology. And it's that dual commitment to both the power of technology and innovation that we think is really kind of the core of the DNA of who we are as a company. At Google.org, our job is to bring that dual commitment and blend it with our philanthropy. So what that means is we look for innovators who are using technology to solve some of the world's toughest problems. We try to give them the resources that they need to be successful. And the kind of the connecting thread through almost every project that we fund is a focus on the big idea. We're not looking for incremental change. We're really looking for ideas that are transformational and ideas that, as we've been talking about here at the conference, that have the potential to shape the future. So as you heard in the introduction from Taylor, last year we came to you and to the global community of people with disabilities, and we asked for your big ideas about how technology could create more access, opportunity, and independence in the world. And we heard you. We received over 1,000 submissions to our open call for proposals from over 80 countries around the world. And in the end, I think we found some pretty great stuff. We funded using 3D printing and scanning to create low-cost, customizable prosthetics, using machine learning and natural language processing to improve AAC devices to make them more responsive to their users. And of course, as you heard, my personal favorite was one of my own grants to work closely with the ARC on the Tech Toolbox, which is pioneering a new data-driven approach to helping people with disabilities find the technology that's really right for them. Now, we know that these grantees and the many others in the portfolio, we're not going to solve everything, right? We're not going to make every wheelchair affordable or reach every individual with autism that is working to find employment, nor can we solve overnight the challenge of indoor navigation for people who are visually impaired. But I'm really confident, and I'm also very, very hopeful that taken collectively, these investments really can be that innovation, that spark, that creates a new trajectory for solutions to some of the most challenging problems that still face people with disabilities. Now, our funding commitment and our program was just 1 year long, but of course we know that there's far more work to be done. And so Google continues to use its rather sizable megaphone to continue to engage more people in the very critical work of building a more equitable and inclusive society. This year we released some user experience day in the life videos to help technologists better understand the lived experience of people with cerebral palsy, essential tremor, and a number of other disabilities. And our accessibility team, among many other things that they worked on during the year, launched something called the Accessibility Scanner, which is a tool that allows people who are building apps to quickly test what they're building for accessibility and get real feedback, quick feedback from this tool to point out ways that they can improve the product's accessibility for people with disabilities. So I'm hopeful that with those efforts, the efforts of many others in the technology industry, and of course the leadership of the people in this room, that the future is very bright. So I'll end just quickly on a personal note. Being involved in the Google Impact Challenge for Disabilities was more than just a wonderful professional experience for me. It was also quite personal. My brother Matthew is 4 years older than I am, but I've always considered myself more of a big brother to him. He lives with severe Tourette syndrome, developmental delay, and he's also deaf and visually impaired. And so because of Matthew, I really understand how powerful it is when the people in this room who identify as having a disability challenge people's assumptions and do more than what's expected. And because of Matthew, I also know what it means for the families and advocates and allies in this room to sacrifice so that the other people in their lives can strive. And also because of Matthew, the community that I see in front of me tonight is a type of community that's always felt like home to me. So with that, I will say I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the work that you do every day in and day out. And thank you again on behalf of Google for this wonderful honor. Thank you.